Welcome back, YouTube. It is Jafer, and today we're going to take a look briefly at one of the easiest ways to mod your mouse, and that is going to be grip tape. There's a ton of companies that are out there now that offer grip tape for a variety of mice, more than likely the mouse that you're using right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. There are a lot of mice that have the grip built into the actual body or shell. It is not too much of a common thing anymore, the Viper Ultimate being the previous one released. Outside of that, a lot of manufacturers nowadays will just simply include a sheet of grip tape, such as the new G Pro Wireless X, the Hyper X Haze. All of your G-Wolves mice also include grip tape, which is a very nice addition to your purchase. And worst case scenario, if you don't get any of that, you can go to a handful of third-party companies that will offer grip tape that are pre-cut, or you can cut yourself. So you're definitely not bound by any limitations. The Razer grip tape is actually a fantastic value. They sell it for $9.99. It's going to be available at a lot of retailers already out there. The stickiness is really good. It's not excessively sticky, but it's also not like that firm rubber. So where it feels like it's like been dried out in the sun. It is a really good texture with that diamond plating almost. And the cut is very clean. So of course it's going to be almost flawless to the actual mouse itself, since it is their bread and butter. All right, so going forward, all of the other grip tape will be installed in similar fashion to what you just saw with the Razer, just to speed things up. This is going to be the Hotline Games grip tape on the glorious Model O wireless. It's going to be the same actual product you'd look for if you're just getting the Model O. This is actually a lot more sticky than the Razer one, and it does have the same clean cut all the way around, which is really nice. This costs, I believe, $7.99 on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. My only concern with the Hotlines, though, is that it does have some excessive cuts all around here. While they are clean, obviously the more angles, corners, and lines you have, the higher risk you're gonna take to have this peel back over time. So it may not age as well as something as like a solid uniform grip tape like the Razer one. All in all, though, I definitely do recommend it. All right, so what we have here is going to be lizard skins, and there's two different versions of lizard skins. So when you're shopping, pay attention to what you got. So with this right here, I actually bought this from iTacTech, and this was originally for the Hottie M, but because of the Hottie that I do have, I didn't really want to use the grip tape on this because it's such a stunning looking mouse. I decided, since they're similar in shape, to put it on my old G Pro wireless, and it's almost exactly form-fitting. And the nice thing about this is that this is going to be a lot more plush than anything else out there on the market. This is 1.1 millimeters thick. This is the same stuff you're going to find at like a sporting goods store, because this is what is designed for your baseball bat. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. If you see the circles like this, more than likely it's going to be the thicker variant of lizard skins options, because their actual specifically designed mouse grip is 0.5 millimeters, and it's going to have a much different look to it and different texture. I will say the grip almost feels the same, but again, this is more pillowy or plush. So if that's what you're looking for, nothing wrong with that. But keep in mind, if you're going to use this baseball grip style, with it being thicker, it might mess up your muscle memory or what you're used to with the side buttons on your mouse, because this is now more flush than it's ever been. Obviously, if I use the designed mouse grip that's almost half as wide or half as thick, it probably would not have the same situation I'm in now. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for lizard skins, but all in all, these are fantastic products by this company. And the cool thing about this grip tape is it does come with a template. You can go on their website. They have a list of very popular mice out there. You can print out the actual template of the grips for both 1 and 2 and the sides, and you'll get yourself some professional looking grip tape that you even cut yourself. All right, so this one's a little bit different. This is Dragon Grips. I was able to find this on Amazon. And what these are is these are small little pre-cut hexagons. And you can literally put these on anything because of them being really versatile with being so small. And of course, you can mix and match it any way you want as far as the positioning. It's really cool to put on something like, say, your cell phone, your console controller. And in this case, I went ahead and put them on the Burst Pro because I think it does look kind of cool with the RGB coming through on the shell. Just keep in mind that, you know, it can be hit or miss with a lot of folks because, again, it's not something that's pre-cut to measure on whatever mouse you have. So you just gotta kind of play around with it. And Dragon Grips, they make a note on the back that really expresses that they're a small business, and they originally designed these for their 2 sons that have Down syndrome, and I think that's really genuine and really cool that they included that. So if this is a company that you do want to support, I'll definitely leave a link in the description below. The Dragon Grip is definitely a niche product, not something that's going to be for everyone, but it is kind of cool to play around and tinker with on different surfaces of your electronics. The actual grip itself is grippy, but not to the extent or as good as what we've seen out of Hotline or Razer. And the cut is very clean though, which makes for easy installation when you're pairing it with other pieces. All right, and here we are. I saved the best for last. That's going to be the Corepads grip. And when I say best for last, what I really mean is that this is absolute dumpster fire. This is probably some of the worst grip tape I've ever used on anything. Even when I worked in a machine shop and we applied grip, whether it be solidified or liquid grip to tools, this just feels like the deck of a skateboard. It is not at all comfortable. It is also a lot harder to cut than the other grip tape that's out there. And funny enough, when I ordered this, it is for the S2, which is this, but also for the EC2. But the EC2 is an ergonomic mouse. This is symmetrical. So things are going to be different. And so I guess if you're going to get this, be prepared to modify it because it's not going to come out of the bag ready to rock and roll on your S2. The one cool thing I will say, you know, out of the bag, the cuts are very clean. I'll give it that. And it's cool having the optional palm grip or the rear hump grip, I guess you could say, just to have that as an option if you do want it, because it's actually not that uncomfortable. But I will say, because of how firm this grip tape is, you can feel every line of it in your hand, as opposed to the other mice that we looked at. I did not notice it as much, so kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, I definitely do not recommend Corepads if you can avoid it. All right, folks, so overall, my verdict on my experience of these different types of grip tape, I will say if you own a Razer product, I would stick with Razer and get their pre-cut grip tape. It is a fantastic value at $9.99, and it is one of the more accessible products from various retailers. If you don't use a Razer product and you want really good grip tape, go with the Hotline games. This is a fantastic value. Again, I got this on Amazon for around $7.99. And then if you want to make your own and really kind of play around with the shape of your mouse, definitely look at maybe just getting the actual sheet of the lizard skin so you can kind of cut it yourself and customize it. If you want lizard skin but you don't want to go through the hassle of your arts and craft, I will leave a link for iTac Tech where you can order just pre-cut lizard skin. Of course, it is going to be in this particular style that I mentioned. But outside of that, folks, I am Jay Fur. Please let me know in the comments if you use grip tape or you avoid it. If you do use it, what brand do you use? I'm definitely curious. And outside of that, you guys have yourself a safe and happy holiday.